What's the dealio, Fokio? So I was told to check out this clip that Ben Shapiro did, and he was at a speaking place, Young Americans Live, and you guys said that somebody tried to pull him in again, like the last kid did. You know, the one kid that was like, dude, you can't even get your wife. Wow, what's good, bro? I'm a physicist, double major. Yeah, anyway, so somebody's trying to trap Ben Shapiro. Somebody's trying to trap Ben Shapiro. Y'all try saying that. Somebody tried to trap Ben Shapiro again with a question or a comment about wokeism is what you guys told me. So I'm going to run on into this and check it out. Shout out to my guy ABL, because a lot of people came from your channel that are subscribed to me, told me that they saw ABL react to it. So I'm going to go ahead and check it out. We're going to go from here. Here you go.
So if the idea is...
I can't hear this. Hold on. Time out, y'all. Time out. Let me do something here. All right, here we go. Let's try this again.
That history has consequences, of course that's true. That's not wokeness.
Yeah.
That is not wokeness. What wokeness suggests is that fundamental institutions in American society
are so... No, it doesn't.
Yes, it 100% does.
I ran Elizabeth Warren's campaign. I helped organize her volunteers around
here.
I am a representative of wokeness.
Okay. Well,
and that's just, this is all it is.
Well,
when I went to go get my first tattoo, the guy had lightning bolts and 88s tattooed on his neck. And as a Jewish person, that's really messed up. It's basically a threat.
There are racist people who exist.
Yep.
The argument that you're making, and I'm going to close with this because this is going in weird directions, and I don't really want to.
No, it's not.
I don't really want to get. Just hold up a second. I let you get out your argument.
Yeah, let him talk.
Now it's time for me to respond because I let you say it before.
Okay, I'll let you respond, but
no, not
but.
He's like, no, not but. I'm going to respond.
Characterizing what I'm saying accurately.
Now it's my turn. Your definition is inaccurate. The reason your definition is inaccurate is because any sentient human being would acknowledge that history has consequences.
Right.
But if the idea is, but that's not what wokeism is. Wokeism is a different thing.
Mm-hmm.
Wokeism suggests that all inequalities of today are attributable to not only historic injustices, but also continuing injustices in the now, and that all disparity is attributable to discrimination.
Like that, but a conservative.
Not just that.
A conservative is the only person. I want to know why. Why is it that conservatives are the only people who define it like that? Why are conservatives the only people?
Okay, so we're gonna have to stop here because this is going nowhere.
Yep.
But I'm gonna have to stop with this with you because this is going nowhere. All I'm going to say is this. To sum up,
I just am trying to understand your perspective.
No, you're not trying to understand.
Just one more second.
On a fundamental,
Take the mic.
On a
He's
fundamental
not letting
level,
Ben
you're
talk.
shifting definitions to avoid the consequences of your
I'm sorry, let me go back. He's not letting Ben talk.
And final point. If you are going to hold on, if you are also, just final point to sum up there.
No.
Final point to
I can follow that.
Yeah, I just want to make, honestly, I want to make one final point to sum up there. If the idea is that traumas of the past invariably bleed down into the present, that does not explain why certain groups that have been historically not only marginalized but slaughtered in mass genocide are some of the most successful groups in our society. So if the idea is... If the idea is that past trauma always equals current inequality, or that my actions in, say, robbing a convenience store are attributable to bad actions that happened in Alabama in 1930, the answer
you don't want to know why.
No. Don't rob the convenience store.
Okay, look, when it comes to something like this, you're going to find people to do these type of things all the time. Don't say, hey, Ty, okay, so what is 2 plus 2? And I'm going, okay, so what happens? The reason why I know 2 plus 2 is 4 is this. If you take one thing, because it... You know what I'm saying? They try to throw you off like that because just because and if that's the da-da-da-da, then why is it da-da-da-da-da-da-da? Dude, go back to when we was talking about when we said why I think that 2 plus 2 is 4. You know, because no, that's just because the conservative definition. That's good, dude. No, 2 plus 2 is 4. Now, understand this, ladies and gentlemen. This is one of the ways that CRT has crept its way into society too, is because they're on that same type of wavelength trying to state that there are systems put in place to benefit nobody else but white people. And those systems were put in place by the forefathers and people that, had a lot to do with writing the Constitution, those things like that. That's what they're thriving off of. And so this whole ideology that you see being pushed forward right now with what this guy right here is trying to do was pretty much the same exact thing that they do in the CRT. Now, just because something happened to our relatives or people back during the slave period, that does not mean that's the reason why a certain group of individuals or a certain ethnic group is suffering today. That has nothing to do with that at all. It has everything to do with decisions that you made. Like right now, I say this all the time. The reason why a lot of blacks are in the predicament that they're in right now, people that are single mothers, et cetera, is because you made poor decisions. Both of them did, not just the woman. She's not a single mother just because she made a poor. I will say that she made a poor decision, and the mate that she chose to sit there and have sex with and have the baby with, that was a poor choice that she made. You know what I'm saying? He made a poor choice too by sleeping around with the girl, not marrying her and getting her pregnant and don't want to have anything to do with the baby. But you can't sit there and attribute that to something that happened way back when, what white folks did to black folks way back then. You can't attribute any type of Jew that's in America right now that is not doing well. They cannot attribute that to the Holocaust. They can't do that. So he's trying to, it's almost like they do that thing where they try to they do this thing of what they call like pass down traumas from the far back when and the way back, whatever, to say that that's the reason why things are happening like they are right now, why we can't succeed and why we can't do anything. It has nothing to do with that. You want to know why I'm successful? You want to know why I do the things that I do and why I'm good at what I do? It's because I learned to do those things. It's because this is what my heart is. And on top of that, it's because I did something called going to school, getting my degrees, and working in the field that I got my degree in. At least one of them right now. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't make any sense to sit there and try to say, because of even then, my mom had us at an early age. My mother had me and my brothers at an early age, right? Dad dipped out on us, left us, right? Left us. Now, she did the best she could up to a certain extent with us. My point in saying all that is that I have another brother that's doing really well, successful. That wasn't anything that all when it came to a certain age with us, when we made the decision to want to do the things that we want to do right now as men, it's all going to come down to what we wanted to do. Now, my mom, the decision that she made with my father, having all four of us, that was a result of that. And him not being, that was a result of that. Now, things go wrong. I get that, folks. I completely understand that. But my point is just like what we learned. If you get married before having kids, have a job before having kids, you have a super huge chance of being successful, period. I don't care if, oh God, right now, can you imagine a married couple right now, young folks right now coming out of high school, right? Let's just say a year or two down the road, y'all mess around, y'all get married. I say mess around, y'all actually do a great thing. You get married, and at the time that y'all are dating, before y'all get married, y'all both work at McDonald's making $15 an hour. That's $30 between the both of you. That is a nice chunk of change for a couple that come out of a impoverished type area. That is a nice chunk of change, folks. Now, y'all married now, making that good money like that, and then y'all have kids, y'all will be able to still do well. But people are making poor decisions right now. They're not even fully out of high school yet, still staying with their parents, getting pregnant, and it's going to be hard for them. So anyway, to sit there and try to blame the past as to why anybody is not doing good right now, I'm sorry, but that's played out. That's old. That's old. That's done. That's absolutely done. I wish, man, that'd be crazy if my sons ever came to me and they didn't do anything and they told me the reason why I'm not doing good, Dad, is because, you, and even though you and Mom are doing good, the reason why we're not doing good is because, give me one second. Balin! Shut it. Okay, so if my sons were to come to me and they didn't do nothing with their lives, yeah, I would be super ticked off at them. But at the same time, I'm like, look, you got to live with the decisions that you made. If you decide to want to just be a lazy, no good father, you want to be a lazy, no good boyfriend or whatever it is and not work or do anything like that, whatever type of lifestyle you end up with from that, that's your decision. It has nothing to do with me. You grew up in a household where you seen that you got to work to get what you want to get, right? It's going to come down to the decision. If they decide, oh yeah, Dad, I really don't want to work and do what you did. I don't want to work hard and, I don't want to do anything. And I just want to act. That's on them. Just like now, if you have parents that you feel did not give you the most awesome upbringing, then guess what? When you become older, you have the opportunity to make that life for yourself now. But no, y'all, a lot of people like to stay in the victim side, but you don't get it because dude, you can make a life of you can make whatever life you want to have right now. If you're not any longer in that home and you go and get a job, whatever like that, you can make the life that you want to have. But see, because my mom, she never, dude, if you want to make the life that you want to have, go out and get it. Plain and simple. That's it. Well, back in the day, they used to beat us. What you mean us? Nobody beat you. They beat our ancestors, not you. So what, you feeling the whips and the hits and the smacks and all that from way back then? Do you actually need to go get some counseling because they raped some of our ancestors back then and you actually feeling the rape right now? Come, get the heck out of here. Those are freaking lame excuses. And the fact that people keep on feeding it to folks like y'all, whether you are black, mixed, whatever, if they keep on feeding that nonsense to you and you buying into it, and all of a sudden, guess what? What do they call a person that's been raped? They call them a rape victim. What do they call a person that's a victim of a crime? They call them like a homicide victim or a domestic abuse victim. You are up here completely being deceived into thinking that you are a victim of some type of abuse that you've never experienced. That's called crazy. You making things up. Crazy. Anyway, let me know what y'all think by leaving your comments below. Don't forget, I might have forgot to mention this. Don't forget to subscribe, okay? Make sure you subscribe. Hit the bell notifications. Make sure when you hit the bell notification, it says all, because that's going to let you know and it's going to notify you. It should, YouTube, notify you every time I post a video. And also, if you like what I'm doing and just want to support it, the best thing you can do is give the video a thumbs up. The best thing you can do is leave a comment below to let me know how you feel about all this. I am Ty Smith, Modern Renaissance Man, hoping and praying that every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing. And most of all, I hope and pray every last one of you guys are in great health. God bless you all through Jesus.